try to live stream them all and record them and stuff. So he's been hanging out. Oh yeah, he's starting to swim off the bank there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll try and take it around wide and then see if I can. Okay. Make sure I got my. Nope. Forgot my tape. Most important thing. All right. Babe, hand me that tape in the console. Yeah, he's swimming off the bank right there. No, you're good, buddy. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, we got another gator here. He's swimming off the bank. He could be about 7 foot or so. Decent size. He's got a couple black labs out here that like swimming in this pond on their property, and obviously he doesn't want the puppies swimming around an alligator. But once I get a little closer, he'll stop bouncing around. I'll get a cast on him. There we go. All right. Gator's up. There we go. All right. Gator's up. It's windy. Didn't need to restart the stream. Every time I cast, the wind takes my hook right in front of him. Good Lord. Ridiculous. Try and get a little bit closer. Oh no, he just sunk down. Let's see if the cast was good enough. Nope, shoot. That dang wind was coming across the pond, threw my cast off. Wait for him to pop back up. Hopefully he'll pop up, give me another chance here. Grab my stuff. Get just a little bit closer to where he. This way, hopefully he'll pop up. He didn't seem super nervous. He just kind of got tired of me casting at him. That wind kept taking me. So he was not far off the bank right back. And now he went down pretty easily. Wildly crazy. So it keeps popping right back up when he goes down. So we'll see if he pops up here, get a quick cast on him. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better from this angle. If he pops up in front of me here, the wind's more at my back. And I'm not like casting into a crosswind. That's what kind of screwed me up there. A lot of big open fields here. Lots of farms. And hopefully when he pops up, he doesn't pop up too far away. Pretty decent sized pond. And can't believe I missed. That was a couple back-to-back casts too. Drives me crazy. And then I finally had a good cast when it went under. He said he's been hanging out here for the last few days, kind of in this grass line up here along the bank. As he saw me walking this way, he eased into the water and just kind of swam off. Not very far off the bank. My casting was just way off this morning. That crosswind had me all screwed up. So hopefully he'll pop back up here in a couple minutes. Looks like he's about 7 foot. Not huge, but a good fun-sized gator to catch. 7 foot, still a good size. They're a pretty big gator. Like I said, not huge, but big enough to be strong and heavy, and small enough to be fast and agile. Definitely a fun-sized gator to catch. Jackson said there he is. Danielle from the truck over there. Jackson's watching Disney Channel on the iPad. We were thinking he was going to be napping by now on the ride over, but I don't know if you guys can hear that wind on my coming on my back now, which is like good, well, a lot better for casting instead of casting into that crosswind. Hopefully he pops up here in a couple minutes. There he is. That'll be a crosswind again. Yep, out in front of me. Good Lord. We're still frozen there. I keep getting phone calls, and every time it goes to voicemail, I think it freezes up, which is pretty frustrating. So probably missed it, but I had him hooked there. So he popped up. I ended up casting like way to the right of him, and it looked like I would have been off by a mile, but it's doing it again. It's going to end up taking me back to voicemail. The wind took my line, so it pulled my hook in a better like angle in front of him. I hooked him real quick, but he went wild and came off. So we'll wait for him to pop back up again. Hopefully he cooperates with us, gives me another shot, and then we don't end up having to hang a bait on him. I hate hanging baits on these guys, but if we have to, we have to. This guy's got dogs that he can't hardly keep out of the pond here. Plus he's got some kids, so having a 7+ foot gator in the pond is not ideal. Hopefully he'll pop back up and give us a chance. The wind is just killing me today. I was hoping he would have popped up directly out here in front of me, out here, because I would have had the wind to my back, and that would have made a perfect cast, but instead he popped up over to the right more where I was, and that threw me off, threw my cast off. So I'm gonna put my AirPods in. Hopefully that'll block some of this wind. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. So yeah, so we'll wait for him to pop back up. Hopefully it'll be in front of us somewhere in casting range. But it might take a little bit longer this time because we had him hooked for a second. So he knows now that I'm after him. I'll give him a chance to pop up. See what happens. So last time he went under over here. He stayed under for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then popped back up over here. Which that wind again ended up having me casting into like a crosswind instead of having the wind on my back. And that wind is strong today. It's gusting real strong, and blowing pretty like inconsistently. So That's going to be a pain in the butt. Hey, Robin, mother-in-law. Danielle and Jackson are chilling in the truck over there. Danielle's standing up. She's got the binoculars. She's looking for the gator. Um, Hopefully he'll pop up, like I said, in casting range and more in front of me. I don't want him to pop up off to the side again because that's when I got to deal with this crosswind. Um, Definitely rather cast at him with the wind on my back. Homeowner said this pond is pretty deep. Said it's about 35 feet in the middle. Connor, what's up? But he was just up here. That wind is coming across that field behind me. I'm like casting into a crosswind. A couple bad casts, and then he popped back up. I had him hooked for a second, and he popped off. It's a pretty good sized pond here, too. I definitely cannot cast from side to side, so if he pops up all the way in that corner, I'll have to try and work my way over there without spooking him, without making him go down. Once that starts happening, a lot of times it's like you just kind of gotta guess the next place he's gonna pop up and get lucky. Once you start walking over there, he'll end up popping up over here, and then it's just a big cat and mouse game, and then end up not catching him. So we definitely want to get him out of here. Guy's got kids. He's got a couple black lab puppies. And he has a hard time keeping out of the pond. He said the other day he came out here and the dogs jumped in and they were swimming circles around the gator. I'm in Elkin. We're in Elkin today. Actually, right across the street here. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little pole barn looking entrance thing. That's a gator farm. Here comes one of his dogs right there under the flagpole. He's sitting and watching like a good boy. He's probably like waiting for some sort of a command to jump in. I don't know. Maybe that'll work out in my favor. Maybe the gator will pop up and it'll be more distracted by the dog and I'll be able to get a good cast on him. See what happens. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, so that's a gator farm and a hog farm. So they do like gator and hog hunts right there. They have like some cabins you can stay in and stuff. But, I don't really see any fish in here. There's some minnows chilling over there. I'm not sure if he's got any fish in here. It's pretty desert like. There's not much cover in this pond. Oh man, the dog's swimming now. Oh man. Dog's in the water. Dog's in the water. And he's climbing out. He just jumped in for a little cool down. And now he's running back to the house. Luckily, the gator didn't come up and grab him. Um, but since I hooked him, that's been probably uh, 8 or 10 minutes now. I haven't seen him pop back up. I just don't want him to pop up on that other end of the pond over there. I want him to pop up closer over here so I can get a good cast on him. Get this thing out of here. Like I've been saying, it'd be perfect if he pops up kind of out in front of me. This way I got the wind to my back and I don't have to cast like into a crosswind because it's windy enough. And even though I'm casting with braid and a heavy hook, like that wind is like, it was definitely enough to carry my hook like several feet to make my cast super inaccurate. I might run back to the truck and get another set of binoculars real fast. See if I can see where he's popping up at. That wind is ridiculous today. This is a good sized pond. One good thing is I don't believe there's any culverts here. He hasn't been here very long, maybe a week or two, so he most likely doesn't have any dens dug out along the, they'll dig dens up under the water until they find some air coming up into the banks. So he probably doesn't have any dens dug out, which means he probably doesn't really have many hiding places, except for under the water. Once we wait for him to pop up, hopefully he'll pop up in casting range. We'll be able to get a hook on him and get him into the truck. Yeah, he looks like he's around 7 foot, maybe a bit bigger. He's a fun sized gator to catch. They're big enough to hurt you and small enough to be agile. Really got to watch with like 6, 7, even 8 footers. When I first got here, he was kind of where I'm pretty much exactly where I'm at right now. He was just sitting in the water here on the bank. Swam off a little bit. Tried casting on him a couple times. No luck because of these crosswinds. He went under, popped back up. I walked over here. He popped back up where I was standing. And then, I was casting in a crosswind again. I was hoping he was just going to pop back up in front of where I am now, but sorry guys, I keep getting these phone calls and keep making the screen freeze. I'm gonna go walk back to the truck and see if I can find the other pair of binoculars. There, not find them, but grab them. Danielle's got one pair she's looking. I'm gonna go grab the other pair. Yeah, 2 sets of eyes looking pretty good. My worry is he's gonna stay under for a long time, but then I'm also worried that he's gonna pop up all the way on the other end of the pond out of casting range, and then we're just gonna be going back and forth. Where's There we go. We're back up. There we go. We're back up. No. Do you? Or the other set? Have you seen them pop back up at all? No. Telestaff keeps calling, and every time they do, it like pauses the stream. It's lost all the viewers pretty much because of him again. You see the dog jump in the water? Oh no. That crosswind is terrible. Jackson sleeping? No. Wreck It Ralph. All right, guys, we're looking for this guy. Sorry, the stream keeps pausing. I keep getting these phone calls. It's like a telephone scheduling thing for work, but I'll keep ending them. I don't think so. I don't think there's any culverts in here, and he hasn't been here very long, so he probably doesn't have any dens dug out. I got a feeling though, like when he pops back up, he's gonna pop up like maybe in this far corner, which would really suck. This is nice property, nice pond too. He doesn't have like there's no real good area for him to hide in here. So I got a feeling when he pops back up, he's going to try to figure out where I'll be. He'll try to be on either the other end of the pond or he'll come up into the middle somewhere. But of course, when he went down, I walked over to where he was, so I'd have the wind on my back. And then he popped up where I like originated from. He popped up and then I had to cast into the crosswind again. When he popped back up, he was kind of just out past this little tree here. I did get a Didn't look like it was going to be a good cast, but I did that on purpose. I had a cast way off to the right of him because the wind was just carrying my hook. And then even after my hook hit the water and started sinking, it was just carrying my line like way over to the left. So I had a cast way to the right of him. Ended up being able to hook him real quick, but he was able to throw the hook. With the binoculars, I can see if he's like this. Sometimes they'll just barely stick their head or nose up out of the water. They're hard to see, especially on these windier days. Here by the bank on this left side, not too bad, but over to the right where there's no shoreline blocking the wind, it's a little choppy. So when there's that chop on the water, sometimes it covers them up and hides them pretty well. Well, anybody's just coming in here. We're here in Florida. We're catching live nuisance alligators. This guy here is about a 7-footer. Not real huge, but that's a. I don't think so. Why? They not seem right? Sorry, they're not. It's not a huge gator, but it's a fun size catch, but also kind of a dangerous size. They're big enough to be strong, and have some weight and some strength, but they're also small enough to be pretty quick and agile. So it's a fun size gator to catch. I like to catch all my gators alive. Um, if they're in the water, which 99% of them are, tire them down while they're in the water. And I'll get him up on the bank. There he is. He's right where he originally was. Yeah, I'll have to try and sneak up over there now without spooking him under the water. He just popped back up pretty much almost right where he was when I hooked him. That was crazy. Maybe we'll get lucky. He'll stay up. Oh, yeah, he's showing me his back and everything right now. Hopefully he stays up. Maybe get a little bit closer. Stay up. decent. Nope. I tried to count for the wind again. Screwed me up. She stays up. There we go. Oh, gator on, baby. I think I got him hooked right in the face. Oh, man. Oh, he came off again. My God. This wind is driving me insane today. My Lord. All right, so that time he was under for about 10 or 15 minutes. He popped back up, basically in the same spot. So I'm just going to chill over here. Hopefully he'll come back to the same spot again. This is unreal. This is unreal. I can't believe that. Trying to compensate for that wind both times. Because both times I casted was gusting. And then, of course, it stopped. So it was overshot it both times, both ways. One time too far to the left, one time too far to the right. This is a really clean pond. Sometimes the problem with these clean ponds like this, though, is like you don't see any trace of them. They don't leave a bubble trail. Um, Especially like this pond, it's a decent sized pond for like private property. You know, someone's personal pond that they dug out, but it's a for being this small, it's really deep. So it's like 35, maybe even 40 feet deep in areas. We're getting a couple more now. Hopefully he'll pop back up again. One good thing, but you know, like one good thing about these ponds that are cleaner like this is if you do see signs of the gator, you can like, kind of blind cast and drag the bottom. Thing is, I don't see any signs of him. Even if he was leaving any sort of a bubble trail, like with exhales and stuff, I wouldn't be able to see it because it's so windy and the water's so choppy. But I mean, this wind is like, it's really, really, really messing me up today. I'm usually like a dead eye on my cast, but not today. Today this wind is destroying me. Give him some time here, see if he pops back up. Hopefully he'll pop back up kind of in the same area. So even though I had him hooked for a quick second there, he didn't go crazy that time. I don't know. Hopefully hopefully he's just sitting on the bottom here, waiting a couple minutes. And he'll pop back up again. So it's twice now he's popped up in the area almost right out in front of me. And if he does that again, it'll be him, like I'll have the wind on my back and I won't be casting into a crosswind. My crosswind is just really, really messing me up. It's really, really driving me crazy. Buy the gator off me. Sure. So, how's it going, buddy? Oh, you see it. Trying to catch this gator out of here. Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. This crosswind is just killing my casts right now. Yeah. Of course, he popped up over here, and I was over there. I went over there, he popped up, you know, like, yeah. Has he? Yeah. Laying right in the pit. Right. Yeah, he looks like he's about a 7 footer. Yeah. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Called it in, I think, yesterday or day. Yeah, I got the permit. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. Um, yeah,
legal way.
Right. Do you really? Nice.
The other day on a hunt,
Right.
we ended up getting 11.
Really? Oh yeah.
11 footer calls. They were from Pennsylvania.
Oh right.
We got them. They jumped
Really?
They were freaking, because they're back there in the house and stuff. Well, they were
Right.
They will
Oh
not
yeah,
come up.
especially with the colder weather, they'll just burrow themselves into that mud and right. Right.
And what we do is
Right. 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 Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing on Facebook you guys been doing pretty good bit of hunts and hog hunts and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Right. Right.
so he bailed out.
Did he really? Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
It's, you know, yeah, and we're doing turkey hunts too.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Nice. On the property?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They get around our corn feeders.
Right.
You can't.
Right. Right. And then go call them in the morning.
Get over there. We'll call them right out the freaking roost. When there's no corn or nothing, set up the decoys.
Right. Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. No, he's popped up a couple times for me, but like I said, that crosswind is killing me. Crosswind is killing me. Hopefully this calms down. Mm-hmm. Was he? Yeah. He's popped up twice now, like kind of right here out in front of where we're standing. So hoping he pops up there one more time, I can actually like get a good cast on him. And like I've had him like hooked real quick twice now, but like once this last time was like kind of up by his head, maybe even been his head, and then the first time it felt like maybe his tail, like two of the worst spots you can try and freaking hook him. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Yeah, if you're not having to cast like far distances, like them canals and stuff, like, but you know, like with this, I usually have to cast such a far distance. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's usually like in these bigger ponds and lakes and stuff. So, let's see, I've been on this live stream for like 35 minutes now. So when I first got here, he kind of swam off the bank here to the left, and then, but it's this wind, man. This wind is friggin' ridiculous. Yeah. No, I'm off. I'm off. I got this one.
Down.
Yeah. Right. Right. He hasn't been caught. Right. 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 Oh yeah, I can tell too. Like when I show up to catch these gators, if it's a gator that's been messed with before. I got one down in Volusia now that I've been trying to catch for like months, and he's been messed with by several people, and he's like 10, 11 foot, so he's smart, you know, he knows. And I haven't been getting anything lately. It's been so slow. Every time it starts warming up, we get like another cold front, you know, so it's like starting to slowly get some permits in, but yeah, I haven't been getting anything. Hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, it'll start like once breeding season really starts to kick off. Hmm. Right, 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 right. Yeah,
To come over and get it because I mean we're doing it over there.
right.
I've got to
Yeah, yeah,
then we
absolutely.
got to turn in our when we kill it.
Right.
We got to have the participation. They have to get these
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Are you really looking to get out of it totally? Are you?
I'm 61 this
Right.
I was just going to do the gator hunts. Go get the gators. Go deal with all the
Right.
50%.
Right.
Tell you what,
Right. Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah, Connor, I am if he's there. I'm gonna go check to make sure he's there first before I do. Yeah. No, my wife's in the truck with the baby, and then yeah, I'm just live streaming on YouTube. Um, yeah, yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm not sure if the wind's interfering or not. 'Cause I got an AirPod in. Um, I'm not sure if the wind's messing with it or not, but yeah. All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay.
I'll see them pop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hang out here for a little bit too, and then I got a couple others to go check on too. So I'll let you know. Uh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Right. Where's that one at? Is it really? Yeah. Yeah. Let him know when he's ready. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. Let him know. Or let me know. I'll be ready. All right, Scott. I'll let you know if I get this guy and then let you know how the others go. All right, buddy. All right, sorry about that, guys. That is earlier I pointed out the Gator farm. It's pretty much right behind here. That's the guy that owns it. So he likes to buy some gators off me from time to time. Um, yeah, he's just telling me how business has been. And he's looking for some gators ready for it to start warming up. Um, Podcasters, yeah, buddy, if you're still in here, I do. It's been kind of slow so far this year. So I'm a nuisance trapper for the state. Um, it's about to start getting busy, but yeah, we catch, 50, 60, 70 gators a year. Not a ton. There's definitely some busier areas. Some guys that catch some more gators and stuff, but yeah, we do a fair bit of it. We do a fair bit of gator catching. So based on how long this gator was under a little while ago, before he popped back up, I would be expecting him to pop back up again pretty soon here. Hopefully when he does, he stays in casting range and he's somewhere where I'll have the wind on my back and I'm not casting into this crosswind. This crosswind it's killing me. I mean, it's got to be blowing 25, 30 miles an hour and sometimes even a stronger gust. So it's just carrying my hook, making my casts so inaccurate. It's driving me up a wall. Usually like pretty dead on with my cast, but also not going to have a 20, 30 mile an hour gusting wind behind me. Well, behind me would be good, but I mean, cross casting into the crosswinds. I'm gonna sit down a little lower, maybe stop talking here for a minute, and hopefully they can pop up. Try and talk a little lower. If you just got in here, we're in Florida. We're catching live nuisance alligators. I'm a contracted alligator trapper with the state, nuisance alligator trapper with the state. Somebody will call in these gators. The state issues me a permit to come and catch it, and then I come and we catch alligators. Good time. Have my pool ready, have my bell open, so that when this guy does pop back up, we're ready for him. We've had him hooked twice, but both times in terrible areas. Like once was like maybe even in his head, probably actually not even really hooked. Just probably kind of had the line on him. And the second time felt pretty close to his tail, but pretty tough. Like I've been saying, casting into this crosswind and having to adjust my cast and stuff. And then even once the hook is in the water starting to sink, the wind's still carrying my line, even though I use braid. That wind is still strong enough to just carry the braid everywhere. We'll give this guy a little bit longer. And then we got one other gator to go check on. He's just in the river. He's in the St. Johns River. So hopefully he'll be there. They say he's been hanging out pretty much every day. And he hasn't been scared. So hopefully he pops back up. If you're liking it, you want to see some gators, if you don't mind, give me a like, subscribe. And, I plan on doing a lot more live streaming this year. We're early into the year. It's just starting to warm up here. Gators are starting to move around a little bit more. Breeding season's about to start. So once breeding season starts, gators really start moving around and start popping up in neighborhoods on personal ponds like this, on personal property and stuff. So private property. So it's about to start getting busy. Grab my binoculars real fast and take a look. Make sure he's not just sitting watching on the other side of the pond somewhere. No, no, don't see him anywhere. Hopefully means he's just chilling here somewhere still, and he's gonna pop up for us here any minute. Based on how long he's been staying under, I would expect it to not be very much longer for him to pop up. So hopefully when he pops up, it's in casting range and not in a crosswind. I can hear Jackson from the truck. Daniel's in the truck. Jackson, I can hear him going, "Oh, Dada! Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy!" Jackson's 2.5 years old, and he's a blast. He is fun. And I'm hoping as he gets a little bit older, he enjoys doing all this stuff too. He'll be my little gator catching buddy, little gator trapper in training. But in the meantime, we need this guy to pop up. Come on, Mr. Alligator. We need him to pop up when the wind is calm. Even right now, the wind's not blowing too terribly bad. He's eating Tostitos. He does love his Tostitos, veggie straws. There's not much that child likes to eat, but pretty much always guarantee that he'll have some Tostitos and veggie straws. Come on, Mr. Alligator. Where are you at? There's so many things against us today. With this wind and this gator being able to shake the hook the 2 times I did hook him. The second time I knew it wasn't going to be an actual good hook set. I mean, it looked like it was probably like on his head, like by his bottom jaw. I knew that wasn't gonna work out for me. Of course, now the wind's picking up again. Yeah, I think this wind is messing with the audio. What's happening? Danielle just texted me and said it's going in and out, but I think it's the wind. I was trying to turn my head to the left there. I just got the wind gusting in my ear. We're going to give this gator a little bit longer. If he doesn't pop up, we may have to come back for him. We may need a day or so to calm down, to lose the fear. I'm trying taking my AirPod out. That might be. All right, how's that? Does that make it sound a little bit better? Had the AirPod in, hoping it would block out some of the wind, but I think it's actually like blocking out or blacking out my my voice too. I think it's kind of picking it up as like background noise. So hopefully that works out a little bit better. Give this guy a little bit longer to pop up. See what happens here. If he doesn't, may move on, go check on the next gator, and then have to come back for this guy in another couple days. Give him a little bit of time to cool down, and then worst case, if we're not able to catch him, then we'll hang a bait, which I absolutely hate doing. I hate hanging baits on these guys, but if we have to, we have to. All right, I'm going to try to stop talking for a little while. Sound is still going in and out. I'm going to try to stop talking for a minute just to see if that makes him pop up. Maybe he'll think that I'm gone. I'm also going to back off just a little bit. If he thinks that I'm gone, maybe he'll pop up and give us a shot here, give us an opportunity, good chance to cast on him. Here, gator, 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 gator. Come on, buddy, pop back up. We're wanting this guy to pop back up here in front of us so I can cast with the wind on my back and not into a crosswind. Gonna give him a couple more minutes here. I still hear Jackson over there. Jackson's in the truck over there with Danielle. They're chilling. Dog's coming back out. Hopefully the dog doesn't jump in and get eaten by this alligator. We need to catch this gator before anything like that happens. Oh, all three dogs are coming. Oh, Jackson's calling the dog. That's funny. He's calling the dogs. There's three of them, and they're coming. Look. All right, we need this gator to pop back up. We need to catch him. The homeowner here said the two labs over there were swimming circles around this gator the other day. We gotta get this gator out of here. Dogs over there by the truck. They came to Jackson calling. Jackson loves animals. He loves dogs. He absolutely loves dogs. He's an animal person for sure. Come on, gator, gator, gator. Here, gator, gator, gator. Guys, if you're just getting in here, we're in Florida trying to catch this nuisance alligator. He's doing a pretty good job of eluding me. He keeps popping up across or to the left or right of me, so I'm having to cast into these crosswinds. We're kind of out here in this farm country, and the wind is coming off of this field behind us, and it is blowing, which is making casting extremely difficult. We've had them hooked 2 times, but both times were not good hook sets at all, just because of inaccurate casting. We're gonna give him one more shot, see if he'll pop up in casting range. If not, we'll go check on. We got one more gator to go check on, and then come back for this guy in a couple days, let him settle down. But we want to get him out of here before he gets them dogs. The guy's got a couple small kids too, and this pond is on his private property. So there's one of the dogs right down by the water. They swim in here. I don't know if he's eating something or getting a drink, but and that's like exactly what you see on National Geographic. That zebra's down there getting a drink. Come on, Gator. Pop up. Pop up. Let me take a look again at my binoculars. Make sure he's not like up along the bank on the other side of the pond or something. Nope. Not seeing him. If this pond wasn't so big, I would just try dragging the bottom. But this is a big pond. The odds of me actually hooking him slim to none by doing that. If he was like leaving a bubble trail or something, that would be a different deal. Even if he was leaving a bubble trail, I wouldn't be able to see it because this wind is blowing so hard. I think I'm gonna give this gator like 5 more minutes. If he doesn't pop up, we'll go check on the other gator and come back for this guy. I hate leaving a gator in a pond. I absolutely hate doing it. Doesn't really seem like there's much to keep that gator in this pond either to make him want to stay. Doesn't look like there's many fish. I'm not seeing any turtles. Like, doesn't really seem like there's much for him to eat here. Oh God, Jackson's feeding the dogs. He must be feeding them Tostitos and veggie straws. I see them. They're all like laid out right next to the truck there. They're just chilling. That's hilarious. Jackson loves dogs. I really want this gator to pop up again. One more time. He looks like he's about 7 foot. Again, not a huge gator, but it's a good sized gator. It's a fun gator to catch. 7 foot's big enough to be strong and powerful, and also small enough to be fast and agile. So it's a fun gator to catch and a dangerous gator to mess with. 6-7 footers, they're like I said, they got enough weight and muscle behind them, and they're able to grab something and start death rolling really fast. I think the kids that live here are trying to call the dogs over. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're going back home. I see a 4th dog over there. Alright, I'm going to try one more thing here. I'm going to just grab my stuff and walk back to the truck and see if he'll pop up by doing that. And the water is clean. He sees me still standing here, and maybe he's just waiting for me to leave. And once I leave or walk away, maybe he'll pop back up. That happens a lot to me too. I'll be sitting in the pond for hours and hours. Never see a gator. I'll leave. And then the complaint will call and be like, hey, the gator's here. He's, the other problem with walking away right now is if he does pop back up, I'm definitely going to have to cast into the crosswind again. Like there won't be a chance of him popping up with the wind on my back. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? There's Jackson. Where are you feeding the dogs?
The dog.
Yeah, the dogs. How many was there? There was 1, 2, 3. Huh? Did you feed the dogs, buddy?
He needs a shoe, but we did let him run for a minute.
He needs a shoe. Jackson lost a shoe. All right. Okay, buddy, hang on. Well, Jackson run around for a minute. Maybe give things to settle down for a skater. A couple minutes and maybe he'll pop back up.
Maybe he needs gator bait.
He needs gator bait. Hoo ha ha. Come here, buddy. Come here, Pally. You ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. Whoa. Yeah, careful. Oh, hang on. He's getting the catch pole. Hang on, buddy. Let me get that hook off there. Look at him. Jackson's ready to catch an alligator. You ready, buddy? Are you ready to catch an alligator? Hey, come here. Yeah. That might be what we end up doing, is going to check on the other gator and then come back. Give this gator one more second here. Oh, this drives me crazy. Right, pal? Doesn't it drive you crazy? Huh? Did you feed the dogs? He's crazy. Yeah, watch out, buddy. The hook's over here. There's the one there. Hang on. Yep, watch out. The hook's on there. Oh, come here, buddy. Yeah. Oh, come here, buddy. Don't go too close. Don't go too close. We gotta stay back here, okay? Oh yeah. Call the gator. Say, come here, gator. Call him. Say, come here, gator. You wanna hold the fishing pole?
1, 2.
Oh, you got it. 1, 2, 3. Cast. Oh, okay. He just threw the whole pole. Wow, good job.
1, 2.
I don't think that's how it works, buddy. You gotta hold on to the fishing pole. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Good job. Okay, but we gotta hold on to the pole, okay? Call the alligator. Say, come here, alligator. Where is he? Do you see him? Say, come here, alligator. Call him. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end this stream. This gator, he's been under for quite a while now. I'm not really sure if he's going to end up popping back up or if he's done for the day. He may end up staying under for hours at this point. I don't know. So we're going to go check on the other gators. I think it may only be one other gator, but well, what's that? Nope. Yeah, we'll hopefully be back live not too far from now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to watch us catch some gators, it's about to start getting busy. Things are warming up. Gators will be on the move. and we're gonna have some fun this year. Thanks, guys.